Hey guys, how's it going? I'm Ollie, this is Amber Talk. Game's just finished, Newport County 2, Mansfield 1. Bit of a shaky game. I think the main worry coming into this game was fatigue and the energy levels after that Newcastle game. And you can see that that game did take a toll on us. Defensively, I think we was quite good. The midfield looked all right. I think in the attacking third, we just wasn't there today. Tristan Abrahams, he didn't seem to have that energy that he has. That's more because of he's not had that time to rest. He usually gets a week to rest. Today he's only had 2 or 3 days. So, yeah, energy levels, bit of a worry. Mansfield, their goal was very good. It's becoming a bit of a theme now. We only concede good goals, which I've got no complaints with. Our 2 goals, Scott Twine, of course, lighting it up now. He got a good goal. Matty Dolan as well got a penalty in the 87th or 88th minute, I want to say. Scored a good penalty. I think we were all a bit nervous when we got a penalty after whatever happened midweek. So for us to get 3 points is great, as always. Top of the league now. Forgot to mention that. Top of the league. I'm not going to get too excited, so don't worry. But coming out of this game now, I do have a few worries. How will we cope after Christmas? There's always a packed schedule list. The FA Cup is in there. We all have a cup run. So it's just kind of seeing where the team can go from this. I'm going to pass it over to the county fans, see what they've got to say about today's game, and I'll rejoin you at the end.
So, at time of recording, Newport County are currently top of League 2, which is crazy to say. Another win, still remain undefeated in the league, which is fantastic. I think if I had to analyse the performance, it probably wasn't our best. I felt very much in the first half, we started how we played against Newcastle, moving the ball around nicely, creating space, making them run, making them work. Really, really doing well. Ended the first half, I think it was about 69% in possession. Still 0-0. I think we sat a little bit deep at times, which was quite surprising. And it definitely felt in the second half that we went back to the dreaded hoofball that we saw last season. And then they scored, which from my experience of last season, we wouldn't have come back from that. That would have been it. Our heads would have dropped. We would have sat deeper, even though we were losing. And I don't think I can actually recall a game where we went behind and then come back because we didn't stop. We kept pressing, kept getting in great positions. And, you know, we had the penalty, which was a penalty, and the great finish of Scott Twine, that lovely calm finish, slotted it away, fantastic. I think Podge definitely added a level for us when he came on. And I think although he doesn't seem to be in the goals as he was obviously of previous seasons, I do feel that he is such a hard-working striker that he gets himself in positions that gives us opportunities, such as without him being there, we would never have got that penalty decision. Great penalty from Matty Dolan. Great, the standard penalties, renowned for them. So yeah, cool, calm finish. Held the game out well. Another 3 points, and on we go. Obviously, we get the cup game next week, Norwich under 21, so hopefully we'll obviously rest a few players in that one. But, really happy with the result. Yet again, another 3 points, and at time of recording, top of the league. Come on, the boys.
So it finishes Newport County 2, Mansfield 1. And we are top of the league. Loving it right now. Can't feel any better. But the performance today was far from good. Especially up until Mansfield scored. I feel until the 70th minute. It was very slow. It was very flat. We didn't really create a lot going forward. It was very slow. it wasn't good, not at all. But then I feel once they scored, we then woke up and we realised, okay, we need to stop this and we need to take the game to them. And that's what we did. Scott Twine again, right now he's in really good form. He's been definitely one of my favourite signings. Him and Brandon Cooper, them two have been two of our standout players so far this season. And I'm actually starting to fear that they get recalled early, because they're putting in some good performances right now. And if they do go, it'll be a big blow to us, because they've been a big part of our team. Matty Dolan, though, you've got to shout him out as well today for stepping up and taking that penalty at that time in the game. Is huge. Like, especially when you have like people like Armand on the pitch, even Mickey Demetrio, like he's more of a penalty taker than Matty Dolan. You could even argue that Janek could have took it. But yeah, like, because Matty Dolan, he's not really a penalty taker. Like, I was shocked when I saw that he took it. But no, it showed a lot of courage and it showed a lot of balls to step up and take that penalty at a really vital time in the game. Yeah, I can't be happier right now. I'm loving it. Although the performance wasn't great, we grinded out the win, and we're now the team celebrating being top of the league, even if it is just for a while. I've got to enjoy it. We got Cambridge next week, which will be far from easy, especially because they lost today. They'll be looking to fight back, and away from home as well. It won't be easy at all, especially like they've had a decent start to the season. They're sitting in 4th, I believe. We need to be on our game for that as well. But right now I'm looking at it and I'm feeling confident going into any game. I'm looking at it thinking, okay, I think we can go into these games coming away with points. If it's a win, if it's a draw. Right now I don't feel like we can't go anywhere and get anything, because we're in such good form. Alright, maybe the performance may not have been the best today, but we still got the win. And it's, at the end of the day, people look at who won, not so much the performance, because you can play really well and not win nothing. We got the 3 points today. I feel maybe the performance being down to what happened the other day against Newcastle, because you could see that it hurt them, especially Brandon Cooper. And although us as fans, we say, like, oh, don't let it get you down, it's a Premier League team, it's not easy. It's just normal for them to feel a bit down after that, because we were in the lead for the majority of the game, and for it to be taken away from us like in the 87th minute is hard to take for anyone, so it would knock their confidence a bit. But like I said, we showed fight and we came away with the win. Like last season, if we went 1-0 down at around about that time, we'd be saying, okay, just try and get a draw. That's best we can hope for, and we may have even gone and lost the game by 2 or 3. But no, right now, something good is happening right now at the team. They look full of confidence. They look like they go in the teams and taking the game to them. They don't cower down at all, which is, it's great to see from a fan's point of view, especially how low we performed last season. I think today though, as well, it may have just been like, go and get the win, don't worry how you do it, because like I said, the confidence was probably hit a bit after what happened against Newcastle. So for us to still come away with the win is huge. It's really big. I'm very happy with it right now. And Michael Flynn, fair play to him, he's getting it right. Because last season I was a big critic of him, and I was even saying, like, should we review his place at the end of the season or whatnot, because it was not good at all. But right now I've got a lot of praise for him, and I've got no complaints. He's getting it right now, and I'm enjoying what I'm seeing. I've got no complaints with Michael Flynn. He's getting it. I've got a lot of praise for him. But yeah, we move on to Cambridge next week. Hopefully we can, may this continue. That's all you can say, because it's good. Still unbeaten, the best start possible. The only problem is that we can't be there. Unfortunately, we can't be there with thousands of other fans to enjoy it and enjoy this great run of form we're in. But oh well, it's good to see. Yeah, we move on to Cambridge on next Saturday, which will not be easy at all. Hopefully we can go there and keep up this good run of form that we're on, and hopefully come away with the win. I'm feeling confident, and right now I'm buzzing. We are top of the league, up the county.
Well, that's a great result today. I'm out and about today, so I've got to say, I haven't had much chance to look at the game and really study it, because I've been here, there and everywhere. But from what I have seen, which is a fair bit of the second half, when we were under a little bit of pressure, to say the least, from Mansfield, it's an incredible result. We've carved a result out there. When you think that only a couple of days ago the boys ran their socks off against Newcastle, it just goes to show that just 1% difference in the team's performance, where you've got a 1% dip. That's all it takes, and you get a more difficult match. And the opponent was really strong, especially in the second half. In the second half, Mansfield pressed us really hard. I didn't see an awful lot the first half, but looking at the possession stats, it was our ball in the first half. So even though we didn't really carve out that many chances, from what I saw in the first half, Mansfield looked fairly comfortable, but it was our ball. But the second half, Mansfield played higher up the pitch. They were winning a few more second balls. When they scored, I thought, is it going to be one of those days? I mean, it was a cracking goal. Was it McLaughlin? I think he cut in from Liam Shepherd and drilled that shot across Townsend. It was a really excellent shot, an absolutely first-class goal. But we'd had a few warnings. Townsend had made a couple of saves. One in particular, I think, from Nicky Maynard, was an excellent save. So really, the writing was on the wall. And then Scott Twine comes up with an equaliser. Just goes to show that the players, the team spirit, the guts, the determination, it's all there without any doubt. All the ingredients are there this year. We couldn't get as much of that. We couldn't get our rhythm going, from what I could see of it in the second half, that we've had in recent weeks. And I was surprised at the end to see that our possession stats were as high as they actually were. But great to see Scott Twine get the equaliser. I was frightened everybody. I'm down here today working, and frightened everybody in the house when they saw the goal go in. But there you go. We got back to 1-1, and then Podgers flicked, as he's coming as a substitute, he's flicked the ball across his body, and it is a definite handball by the Mansfield player, and Matty Dawn finishes it off. So that's what you've got to do when you're not at your peak performance, and we weren't today. We weren't firing on every single cylinder, no question about it. We did a little bit leggy, but we've got a result, so that's incredible. It's just goes to show team spirit at the moment at the club, with a squad. Everybody's fighting for their places. Nobody wants to drop points. Everybody's going right to the last minute. What a fantastic result, if not a great performance. If not a great performance by our standards this year. And we're top of the table. So it's good news always round. So I think we've got Norwich under 23s on Tuesday, which I'm looking forward to. I would have loved to have been there, because I love those games as well, because I'm on the Hazel Terrace normally, and a game against the under 23 game with Norwich in whatever cup it's called these days, I don't know. It's nice to get in the Bisley, really, and and watch the football, with a cheap ticket and all the rest of it. But so we're not going to be there for that, but hopefully the boys can put a nice performance and log into it on iFollow to watch it, and Stay safe as usual, and up the county, have a great weekend. All the best.
Hi guys, hope you're all well. What a game that was. It was a bit touch and go for a little while, I guess. It probably could have gone either way, to be honest. Mansfield, we knew they were going to be tricky. They're a great team. They always perform relatively well against us. But like I keep saying, at Rodney Parade, I'll put money on Newport, no matter who we've got. Yeah, an okay performance. I think we played a lot better than they did. They started coming at us thick and fast in the second half. I'm not going to say it was luck that sort of saw us across the line, but if somebody wants to say it was luck, that's absolutely fine. We sit top of the league now, and if luck's played a little bit of a part in that, that's fine by me. Any team that's ever won the league or been promoted or anything like that, I don't think they'll care if you tell them there was a game or two where there might have been a little bit of luck involved. So I'm more than happy for that to happen. Personally, I would have liked to have seen Podge come on a little bit earlier, I think. Michael Flynn, he always leaves his subs quite late. And, I'm not a football manager, and I always keep saying I'll leave him to do his job. But, 10 minutes probably isn't enough for someone to absolutely change the dynamic of the game. But we won, so, we can't moan too much. I can't moan too much, although I do like to moan. Weird that Matty Dolan took the penalty. I mean, it went in, so I'm not complaining, but when Podge was on the pitch, the only thing I can sort of think what it might be related to is obviously Matty Dolan took the final, penalty against Mansfield that sent us to Wembley, and maybe they thought, that was the most, the penalty that would have felt the most pressure, the last penalty to send us there, and they gave it to him, but potentially, but yeah, a bit weird. I think. I'm not sure why we're not starting Podge. I know we got options now, and that's great. But Podge has been the top goal scorer for 3 seasons, and it's just weird that we're not utilising him. But you can't just stick to the same sort of methods that we have seasons gone, because the team's changing. You've got to work around that, I guess. Yeah, a great overall performance. It was nice to see Mickey get quite happy. He had a couple of shots on that. Matty Dolan had a fantastic game, probably my man of the match, to be honest. And my brother, I watched with my brother, and he agreed. It's great, this new role he's got. I say it every week, but I don't think he's not done anything now that's, a couple of seasons ago, or last season even, at least once a game you're rolling your eyes at something Matty did. Not drastic, but, a brilliant attack coming out, and he passes the ball backwards or something like, something like that. But now, everything he does, he's winning headers, which I never thought I'd say that. Matty Dolan winning headers in defence. It's fantastic. He's absolutely excelling. And then obviously he scored the penalty quite nicely. So yeah, man of the match for me. Like I said, Mickey had a great game. Liam Shepherd had a good game. Nick Townsend, fantastic as always. And I think Tom King's going to really struggle to fight his way into the starting 11 again. Obviously we've got a trophy game on Tuesday, I think. So it'll be interesting to see what lineup we go for that. It'll be nice to see a couple of changes, potentially Kevin Addison getting a run out, and maybe some of the other guys that have been a bit quiet, to give them a chance to shine and maybe fight their way into the starting 11, or at least give Michael Flynn that decision to make. So that'll be interesting. Yeah, like I said, overall performance was fantastic. The goal that Mansfield scored, fair play to them, was brilliant. There wasn't a great deal you can do against that. Very similar to the goal that we conceded against from Newcastle. Nice goal. So as long as we won, I won't worry about that too much. You can respect a nice goal, can't you? We're all football fans at the end of the day. Yeah, top of the league. Wow, fantastic. It's been a long time since we've been top of the league, no matter what. I know we're only 4 games in. But there we are, sitting pretty at the top. Fantastic to see. I've screenshotted it. It'll be my background for many moons to come, no doubt. Let's hope we just continue this form now, and just smash it going on now through the rest of the league. Nice one, guys. Stay safe. Cheers, Chris and Ollie, for the opportunity to do these videos. Really enjoy it. Favourite part of the day. As long as we win, we'll see what happens if the unbeaten streak in the league comes to an end. maybe you'll see me with my mascara running or something like that doing this video. But until then, enjoy, guys. Stay safe. Enjoy the football of the county.
Okay, and so we are top of the league after game 4, which is, for me, absolutely amazing. It's great because, you know, you don't often see Newport County top of League 2. It's really, really nice to be in that position. It's early days yet, so I think it's a matter of we need to make sure we're not going to get ahead of ourselves on this. But it's, you know, we're going to save the moment while it's there. But for me, I think today proved that being in that kind of position can be something we can get used to this season. For a number of reasons, really. I mean, four games we played, we haven't been beaten yet. We've won 3 and drawn 1. Performance-wise, I would rank that as 4th out of the 4 today. Just on basic performance, I think the first half hour, I think we pretty much bossed it. They started coming back into it towards the end of the first half, and then they started the second half very strongly indeed, and the goal really was coming, and we had to take a hold of the game again. I don't know whether their goal allowed them to start taking things a bit easier at that point or whatever, but whatever happened, there's certainly some character in that team, because we pulled ourselves back into that game then, and we ended up, you know, equalising and seeing it through for the win with the penalty, a late penalty. Obviously, it was disappointing in the week because we probably should have beaten Newcastle. But the fact is, I wasn't as disappointed as a lot of other people may have been. Not so much disappointed even. I was gutted that we didn't win because we were so bloody close. But I wasn't as disappointed because I was just that proud because we've been playing so well against, you know, really good teams. And today for me was a different kind of satisfaction with the way that we played, because we dug deep and we actually ground out 3 points in a game which last season we would have lost. A game with many seasons within in the Football League we would have lost. I think the only time I could really say that I really felt we could have dug out a win today was during the 2014-15 season under Justin Edinburgh before he left for Gillingham. Where we were grinding out results without playing overly well. But the thing about this is that we played well, we went behind, didn't let it get to us, and then we went on to win the game. So, like I said, overall performance, I'd have ranked that 4th. Not saying that that's a poor performance, because it was a good performance, it really was. Wasn't as good as we could play, but we played against a team who've got money and big players playing for them, and we managed to get the win. So, like I say, I'm absolutely delighted with that today. Great to be top of the league, and that's the thing. I mean, we've played against some good teams already, and I'm just looking forward to seeing how we weigh up against the rest of them. So, yeah, one happy fan tonight. So, up the county, happy days.
So, guys, that's it for this week's Amber Talk. A massive thank you to all those who have sent in videos, as always. Please do send your videos in. If you want to be featured in next week's Amber Talk, send your videos into the Amber Army Facebook page. We're accepting as many as we can. Last Amber Talk, we did have a record number of entries, and I'm pretty certain everyone got featured. So a big thank you for that. Get those videos in. It doesn't matter how long it is. It can be 2 minutes. It can be 10 minutes if you want. We want to hear your opinions. So send those videos in. The next Amber Talk we're doing is next Saturday after the Cambridge match. We do have a match midweek against Norwich, but that's in the leasing.com trophy, and it's a bit not really worth it. But as always, we will be doing Amber Talk next week. We will be featuring as many people as we can in our video, so please do send the videos in. As always, I've been Ollie, and up the county.
Many thanks for watching the latest content on the Amber Army channel. Please make sure you leave us a like. Make sure you subscribe for more content, both for the neutral football fan and also plenty of Newport County. Even more Newport County content can be found on the club's iFollow channel on the link above. It is just £4.49 per month to subscribe to that service. And those of you feeling extra generous can also support us on Patreon on the link at the bottom there. That would be a monthly donation of your choice. Thank you again, make sure you've subscribed, and as always, up the county.